The video you're about to watch is a very complex topic. This is something that, while it might seem simple on paper when I explain it to you, almost no one does this. And in my opinion, this is one of the most difficult things to do in Dota because it requires you to have confidence, it requires you to have great map awareness, it requires you to have an understanding of the pace of the game, and I'm going to be following VP Zayak. He's one of the best position 4 players in the world, and basically what I'm going to talk about is how to delay the game. This can be any role, you can be any role, but specifically he's playing Doom, which is one of the best wave cutters in Dota, and I'm going to be showing you exactly why you need to understand how creeps work. How do creeps work and what impact do they have on the game, and let's get into it. Also, if you're excited for content like this, and you like the complex educational style I'm about to get into, please like the video so I know if you want to see more of it in the future.
I also just played a Snapfire game very recently where I out-farmed my mid lane puck, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because over on the main gameleap website, I analyzed that game, posted it over there, so if you're interested in seeing how to out-farm your mid laner, right, as Snapfire, who I still, even after the nerfs, think is one of the best supports in Dota, go check it out. Click the link down below. Let's get it.
Alright, so let's get into the first clip. I really think you guys are going to like this and be kind of surprised about these ideas, and implementing this into your own game is going to be difficult, but if you can get it down, you become a much higher MMR player. But let's look at it right away. So first off, we see Zayak bottom. Getting into the game so you guys understand the context, we have aggressive mode crushing VP right now. They're 5k up, it's only 11 minutes in. Basically, that means that it's almost impossible for you to fight, right? 5 on 5. So realistically, what is VP's play when they're in this scenario? What do you do when you're behind? Well, you do exactly what Zayak does here with the help of resolution. So they run into the Snapfire here, right? They run into Snapfire. Snapfire scouts them out on the minimap. Why make the play then? Why would they make this play? Why go run at the enemy team bottom if you've been scouted out? Isn't that just dumb? Can't they just TP in? Well, yes, and that's exactly what you want to think about. The enemy team can TP in, and because of that, you want to make the play. Lil scouts this out, right? Lil on the Snapfire scouts it out. There's no way they make this work, right? And that's exactly what happens. The Doom does not go off. In fact, he doesn't even Doom the Jug, right? Because he could Doom the Jug through spin. So what is this play? How do they make this low percentage play? Why would they do that? Considering they can easily get collapsed on. The reason is, look at the map now. Look at the map. What happens when you make a play like this, where you force the fight on the enemy side of the map deep, even though they see it coming? Look at what happens. Immediately, 5 heroes from aggressive mode shift over. And you can do the same thing to people in your pubs, easily. This doesn't take any team effort. It doesn't. All you could do is run down a lane and you're gonna get the same reaction. Think about that. You could run down the lane. In fact, there's this story I heard a long time ago, where there was this Abaddon player who got to 7k MMR by only running down the same lane over and over again. And guys, believe it or not, that is much better. That strategy is much better than what you're doing in your games. And you might not like hearing that, but it's the reality. And now if we just look at the map, Medusa, Venge, farming top, farming mid. It's just a great rotation. It's just a great forced rotation by VP. Next up, I want to look at what he does once again. So this might seem like a suicide play. He could have backed out here and he probably could have TP'd much earlier. But I want to show you what Zayak does instead, right? Because he could try to run away. Why doesn't he just TP right now? Why doesn't he TP? Why not TP out? It's free, right? Just get out. I don't want to die. No, you do want to die. You literally are trying to die right now. VP wants to bring this game late, right? Look at their team comp. They have a lot of scaling heroes. Invoker, Huck, Medusa, they all scale well. Even Doom as a support scales fantastic. So what does he do? To delay the game, he runs to the creep wave, right? He ends up dying to Omnislash and tries to TP out. It was a bit close, right? What does this do? Once again, he's forcing rotations, dragging the attention to himself. Did he have to die there? Not necessarily, right? Not necessarily. I think he also missed the wave, which wasn't too optimal. But overall, just the concept is what you guys have to see there. So the next thing I want to say is you really need to understand when you are losing, your main goal should, to the best of your ability, to get onto the enemy side of the map. Get off of your side of the map. Because if you stay on your side of the map and you take no risks, when you lose a fight, you lose a tower. And when you lose a tower, you come closer to losing the game. So look what Zayak does here. They get invaded in their jungle. Pretty bad fight, right? Does he run back? No. Does he TP back? No. You want to be here. Even if you're something like a PL or a Jug or a Lifestealer, this is fine. In fact, he almost gets a courier snipe. Obviously, that gets him scouted out. And once again, most players, they get scouted out by that courier, instantly TP out or they'd run away. What does he do? Onto the creep wave. Look at the map and look what happens. How hilarious is this, guys? And most people would see this, they'd be like, Zayak lol, Omega lol, feeding lol. like holy. Even though he ends up going down here, 2 rotations forced, including a TP, free farm for Dusa Invoker. And no, this isn't increasing their net worth lead, but it's delaying the game. And that is the strategy of VP, and often, when you have 4 or 5 cores in your pub matches, this is how you need to think. Even if you're one of the cores, you can play like this. And finally, to top off this point, the most comical thing about all of this is when he respawns, look what happens. By the time they get to the tower, by the time aggressive mode gets to the tower, he's already respawned. It's like it didn't even matter that he died. Because it didn't. It didn't. In fact, now if you look at the lanes, top is shoved in, mid is shoved in, and now they can safely farm bottom. Alright, and this is going to be my last mid-game example for the video. This one is the funniest out of all of them for sure. So he's got his Dragon Scale, his phase boots, he's pretty fast, pretty tanky. What does he do? Right, enemy team was taking Roche, and VP definitely knew that, but they felt like they couldn't contest it. So they push in bottom, and immediately what Zayak does is he goes and cuts the mid wave. He understands that the mid wave spawns at 30, and it also spawns at even timers, right? It's 18 and 1830, 19, 1930, etc. So, in about 7 seconds after that timer, the wave will be about here, and now by the time he gets here, he bumps exactly into the wave, and he drags it, right? What does this do? It delays the mid push from aggressive mode. It delays the push because you can't push without creeps. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And so he drags the mid wave to the Medusa illusions. I don't even think the wave ends up dying in this case. Yeah, the Snapfire clears them out. But does he get out? Does he TP out? No. Once again, patterns, patterns, patterns. He's doing the same thing. He stays in the area, even understanding that this is extremely dangerous and basically suicide. He cuts the wave. And once again, he gets caught out. Is this a bad thing? Not in the slightest. And he's getting farmed. Like, just to be clear, guys, imagine if he plays this game on his side of the map and just sits behind his cores. I want to ask you, how much farm would he have right now? Probably nothing. But the few waves he's able to cut and the few creeps he's able to devour, just here and there, allows him to get items. He even gets the Snapfire ulti forced. On top of that, they get a Chen pick off because they were distracted with the Doom. It's so good. And you have to be able to look at the game like this. Alright guys, this is so funny. I'm sorry. I know, like, the people who really care about Dota are gonna find this just as interesting as I do and funny, and this is, like, just why I love Dota so much. But you can tell his game plan is so set in stone, and this is why he's a pro, right? This is why he's a pro. He knows what he has to do, and he's gonna keep doing it and not lose confidence, right? Look at this. Respawns, just books it. My man books it. He just runs at the bottom. I love this so much. And then, yeah, obviously he's going to look to take the small camp. Jug can test him, so then he'll TP out because he doesn't want to feed Jug a free kill. That's pretty reasonable, but he cut the wave, got himself more farm, and now they can even look to make a play on mid, right, if someone overextended. And often in your pubs, someone would overextend, and then you just get a free kill because you force rotations to the opposite side of the map. And now, even though Zayak is dead, VP is going to reap the rewards of his ability to draw out the game. Even here, funny enough, just to look at the minimap one more time, because this is my favorite thing to do in Dota, Puck is cutting the mid wave as the enemy team is trying to push mid. Guys, this is how high MMR Dota works. If an enemy team is trying to end the game or push a wave, they don't sit in their base, they don't tunnel the whole match, right? Sometimes you might have to. If the enemy team, let's say, has a Storm Spirit and you can't deal with it at all, you might not be able to make that play. But very often, if the game isn't completely lopsided, which, guys, your pubs aren't, trust me, look at your matches. The games you think you're down by 20k, you're probably down by 2k. In these cases, the pros and high MMR players get out of the base, they cut the waves, even if it means that they'll die. That is how it works. And yep, now because of this, we're 40 minutes into the game. VP has one of their first leads of the match, if not the first. And yeah, we see a great swap play coming out onto the Juggernaut from a coil, right? It was an Axe coil, so gets popped on the Jug, they secure the kill. Just a fantastic play from VP. Gotta love it, gotta love it. And yeah, they're able to secure the fight after a pretty long, drawn-out fight. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's something a bit different. I usually don't talk too much about advanced concepts, only because I don't think it helps most people too much. But this is one that, with enough practice, you can apply it to any role. And that's the greatest thing about this concept. Like, it doesn't matter if you're safe lane, it doesn't matter if you're mid lane, off lane. If you think you have someone greedier than you on your team, or you need to delay the game for whatever reason, go cut the wave. Guys, this can even help you find farm. Let's say you feel like you're trapped and you don't know what to do. Go as deep as you can. You are much safer on their side of the map, 9 times out of 10, at this stage of the game. Like, when you're losing, you'd be surprised how safe the enemy side of the map is compared to your side. It really does work like that. So start thinking creative, get onto the enemy side of the map, cut creep waves, and when you do this, you delay the game and you give your team a chance to win. But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please do like and subscribe to help our channel grow, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Are you tired of being hard stuck at your rank? Over at gameleap.com, we have a library of hundreds of guides authored by pro players and coaches covering literally every aspect of Dota. Whether you're looking to master a new hero or role, or just polish up your existing skills, GameLeap is the proven place for competitive gamers to hone their craft and unlock their secret potential. Hit the link on screen right now, to take advantage of our special offer for a 25% discount, guys, 25%, and start your journey today.